Motion passed unanimously. There were no reports of committees, standing committees, offices, or petitions. One communication from State Ethics Committee was read. No resolutions were read, no ordinances were introduced. Council Huffstadter asked about missing road signs. Discussion followed. Other business, Council Huffstadter asked about the park status. Discussion by Council Mulvihill and Huffstadter followed on bids and whether to do it by the hour or by the load. A further discussion, Council Huffstadter will check on it and get back per mayor. There was a discussion of a pavilion, a gazebo, or building, etc. Council Huffstadter said he could lay it out and help get it built. There was a discussion of cost and size, etc. Public comment. Mrs. Gloria Kennedy asked if bids would be taken. The mayor informed her this would depend on total cost for state law. Council Sitton moved to adjourn. Will you mind the town clerk reporting?
Any questions? Anybody? Is there a motion to accept the reading? Second. All in favor? Motion carries. Okay. You got the financial report ready, Bill?
Yeah. First and second page is the general fund. No unusual payments, except I want to call your attention to the next to the last item. For People's Bank, it was a debit wire transfer fee of $10. I finally it's happened twice, I got it explained to me finally. Because the county's broke and they've changed banks, it's no longer like a direct deposit. They're charging us a wire transfer fee of $10. So I called the Revenue Department and they will change it to just a straight check that they will mail out to us, which we simply deposit. And it won't cost us $10 now. But they did it again this month, and that's how I finally ran it down to what it was. Our starting balance was $17,787.66. The ending balance was $17,131.68 in the general fund. You're going 2 and 7.
Go ahead.
All right, the 2 and 7 road account, starting balance was $14,033.28. And we only paid out, and we had a deposit from the state, and we only paid out $253.06 for street lighting, leaving a balance of $13,780.22 in the 2 and 7 account. On page 4 of the 4, 5, and 6 road account, the starting balance was $11,105.31 with deposit from the state. Our ending balance was $11,230.38. The page 5, the capital improvements account remains. We had no activity. The balance remains $2,189.41.
Any questions?
Yeah, my ending balance for last month and the beginning balance this month is off.
I might not have entered everything last month.
It stopped on 10/24 with check number 1715, and then this month it picked up with 11/1. But it's not off by much, but I'm sure it's off.
I'll check into it.
Well, I took what it's got here, so because I don't have that balance on here, with that, I added that balance to it, and that's what I got as the beginning balance. So it's not off by much.
$13.
No, it's not.
What was it on?
No,
Oh,
it's
no, that's $2.
$2, even when I only think it's not $2. But still, I'm not balancing.
As long as we got
Let
it.
me see what's good.
And what I did, that was the ending balance last month, and then that's the beginning balance this month.
If I had cash on it, just fill it up there.
I know you still look like a balance. There's a little bit of it. So what I did is I took this balance here, and add that deposit to it, and that's gonna come up with. So if it's right, it's only off just $1 and something. But it's not bad.
Good.
Well, I'm not, I want to wait, I don't want to approve it until we know what the balance is.
Let everybody look at what you got. I don't have my copy. You have your copy from last meeting?
I always look at them. That's the one you got balance from last month, and that's the one balance this month. So I took that check there and added it to this one, if that was added into it.
Is there a check left out, maybe?
I don't know, I'll
But
run it
it's only
back.
like $1.
I'll run the
or something, so I don't think
reconciliation.
so.
Well, look at your check numbers and see it.
No, this is 17, 15, and then 17, 16 is there. No, that's not what it
Checks
is.
are, checks, no checks
Mm.
missing.
No.
It looks
just
like a
maybe,
math error.
Yeah, maybe a check was entered wrong or something, and it's just not going through.
We're gonna need you to reconcile.
You'll look at it? Okay.
Is there anything else?
Wait a minute. I think it's gonna have to do with the way you pull the dates, because that one's not.
It may have, but see that, he put, in spite of everything, he put that deposit first, and even though, I guess because I entered it first instead of the balance forward.
Mhm. Well, the 4, 5, and 6 is balanced, it shows balanced, and of course, the capital gains and improvements balanced, but the 2 and 7 and the general fund are not showing balanced.
I think 2 and 7, so I remember I had a wrong entry last month.
Well, it's still off, and it's off by, let's see. Beginning balance here, so 14, so it's going to be, about $50. We're gonna wait till approve this for next time.
That's fine with me. Is that what the council would like to do? Let Bill redo it, let run it through
Yeah,
next
let the
time.
clerk revisit the numbers and, report on it next meeting, with the corrections and explanation.
All right. Reports of standing committees. Reports of special committees. You got anything else?
Regarding the tiles or the drain pipe needed for the park, I went down the road here today and that fellow wasn't in, and I found a phone number there and I called the phone, and he's in Florida, he says he's not there very frequently. He gave me the price on 12-inch number 2 steel reinforced concrete drain pipe, $6.18 a foot. Those pipes come in 2 lengths, 6 feet and I believe he said 12 feet. He will deliver, but he'll charge us. He'll charge us $150 to deliver.
You give us on 15?
I did not.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, we just, He doesn't have 15-foot, you need 15-foot length?
No, 15-inch pipe.
No, he doesn't have anything but the 12.
Okay, how many did you tie to somewhere?
Yeah, he's got a stack of 15 sitting up there to the road,
Does he?
and he said 610 per foot. And I never asked him about the delivery of that, now that's been 2 weeks ago.
No. Those prices have changed now. So it's, each one of those 12-inch pipes weighs just a couple of pounds shy of 1,200 pounds. So they're heavy. He's got equipment there to load them. Whether we want them delivered or whether we want to.
Is this the pipe to run through the middle of the park? And I don't wanna back up too far, but since I'm just moved to the area like, well, a year ago, how long have we been talking about the park? How long has it been in the plan?
Years.
I
Like
mean-
former council?
I mean, like, many.
Since I'm just moved to the area like, well, a year ago, how long have we been talking about the park? How long has it been in the plan?
Years.
Like
I mean-
former council?
I mean, like, many years.
So, like, before y'all took office?
Yeah, why you ask me?
Just curious,
Okay.
that's all.
Many.
Well, I think it's time we need to quit talking, too, if we're gonna do it.
Yep.
I don't know how long it's been going on, but I try to keep up with it.
How many feet is he gonna have enough pipe for that? Well, I think, I make a motion, then we get the pipe.
Well, first thing
And have it
we need to do
delivered.
is we'll need to measure and determine how long the drain line is going to need to run, will we not? The mayor probably know more about that than I do.
Well, you can stop it anywhere, but it may be at least 80 foot, and maybe more than that. You need to come under the road and around the drain ditch.
Are we gonna have to take a machine and dig the ditch out some, or?
That gets back, cause,
Okay.
I got a price from Mr. Hicks on
Oh,
it,
do you?
back
Alright.
per hour.
Okay.
We're gonna lose all our trees, everybody knows that already,
That goes no reason.
and it's gonna be about 4 foot in some areas on dirt. That's what, I met with Phelps, by the way, I'll throw that in here, and he couldn't give me a positive number at all because he didn't know where he'd wanna get his dirt, on how much it's gonna cost. So, you know, that's kinda shot. But I was just wondering, about, people had came to me and people had said that we didn't need a park, so I was just wondering how long it's been in the works, and,
Who came to you?
well, it's just some of the local citizens.
I too.
May.
I don't even know their names,
May.
some of them. But what I was getting at was, it wasn't her that mentioned this, was as far as the safe houses.
We've got one of those in the.
Yeah, in the grant,
Yeah.
I heard about that. And I also wanted to say that we've decided at the church to open the local church in case of a disaster. We'll open the basement of County Line Baptist Church. And this is inclement weather, severe inclement weather, like on April 27th. It won't be every time the siren goes off. But that's a quick solution to a big problem. So that way the people will have a place to go. There'll be several people who can do that. Because I do think, I want everybody to know, I think public safety does take priority over any other thing. And then, you know, but not many people were too concerned about getting a fire department. Everybody seemed kind of satisfied, everybody that I spoke to satisfied, even though 5 houses have burnt straight to the ground here in County Line this summer. But I did want to mention that and just shed light on what I did do about it. So I was just curious. That's why I wanted to know how long we've been talking about a park, because I didn't know. I came in here and I'm Gene Carson Council, so I'm just glad to know that.
All right, Mr. Pease, let's go back to you, let's see what we started with. Is that all you got on
That's all.
the committee? Okay, reports of officers, readings of petitions, applications, complaints, appeals, and communications. Bill, you got some communications?
Have a letter from Emergency Management Agency addressed to Mayor Calvert. Dear Mayor Calvert, one of the objectives of Jefferson County Emergency Management Agency is to provide early warning notifications to all citizens in Jefferson County of impending disasters. Since the April 27, 2011 tornadoes, the need to improve and expand the outdoor warning siren system has become one of our focuses. In June this year, you requested that an outdoor warning siren be installed in town of County Line. We will ensure that this siren is installed as you have requested. We look forward to working with you on this matter. Thank you for this attention. This matter, call if you have any questions. Signed by Alan Conifer, Coordinator. We also have a letter from the Birmingham Water Works. It says, as you're well aware, Birmingham Water Works provides water to more than 14,000 fire hydrants for fire protection in the 33 municipalities we serve. We have held fire rates steady since 1998 without any increases. In order to cover rising costs to operate and maintain fire hydrants and meet our scheduled 3.9% rate adjustment for all customers, our annual fire hydrant rental fees will be adjusted slightly, effective from fiscal year beginning on or after January 1st, 2012. Our annual fire hydrant rental fees will be adjusted to $150.66 per hydrant. That's annual. Installation cost for long side hydrants will remain at actual cost, and installation fee for short side hydrants will be adjusted to $2,150 per hydrant. We're very proud of the support given to local fire departments because we value the great service you provide to families and businesses in this community. We feel honored to be a part of such a valuable service that your community has come to depend on. We want to be sure to keep you always informed, up to date on anything we do that relates to the service we provide you. For instance, many of you attended our first annual fire drill on October 25th, where we provided important information about our fire service. There's also a special section on our website that provides valuable information, including a complete fee schedule to be posted after January 1, 2012. You may refer the public, your customers, stakeholders to this page. Simply visit www.birminghamwaterworks.com and scroll over the water education tab and scroll down to fire prevention. For more questions, contact Sharon Poston at 244-4253. We appreciate and value our relationship with you. Our goal is to always work together. Signed by T.M. Sonny Jones, Assistant General Manager of Engineering Maintenance. Now, I did some figuring. We currently pay $67.06 per month for 7 hydrants. That will up it to $87.89 per month for the same number of hydrants.
You already did it? All right, reading of petitions, applications, let's see. No, auditing of accounts, resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other business. Mr. King.
In the last meeting that I attended, we discussed a website for the County Line. And I've got 2 webmasters working on giving us support to put together a website, which includes hosting. And I should have a report as to what the web page will accommodate, email, and other features of the website. Once I have that, I'm going to ask you to kind of give us a laundry list so that we can pick and choose what we want, how many pages, and also if we want to make changes to it, unwanted changes to it, and so forth. I should have that all after the first of the year. Oh, excuse me, one other thing. Off-site data storage to back up to the computer here. there's two ways we can go. We can either have our own backup capability, a separate drive, in other words, that is secured either on-site, or we can contract to have the computer backed up off-site. Doing it on-site is probably just as secure. However, if that drive were to be stolen or damaged or what have you, you wouldn't have your backup data. But it's cheap. You can get a large external hard drive for $100. It would easily accommodate what we do here. Other data storage services, probably about $150, maybe $30 a year.
Are you referring to just the books?
Anything that's on that computer that can be transferred, anything,
'Cause I,
except the operating system. The operating system will not be backed up.
well, we use QuickBooks now, right? Don't we have Bill, QuickBooks?
Yeah.
QuickBooks has to where you can store your QuickBooks information through them. I don't know how much it costs, but I know Kim does that over at K&K. As far as the other ones, I don't see why we just couldn't buy a flash drive, put everything on a flash drive. Because, I mean, you can get a flash drive that's, you know, a good sized flash drive and throw it in the fireproof filing cabinet in there and save everything else.
Well, and flash drives are reliable, but they're probably not as reliable as a
Yes.
purpose-built external drive. No, the external drives, some of them are flash. Some of them have no moving parts. Some of them do use, disk stored magnetic storage.
I just heard some of the flash drives can be damaged easily. I mean,
They can.
I take extra care of the few I have.
Heat, there are some things.
Might need to be backed up twice, or,
Yeah, I would not rely on the USB flash drive. I would rely on something more robust than that. But the more expensive and the most secure alternative is off-site storage.
I was wondering, about the website, what exactly was it? I don't know if I talked about this before I was, on the council or not, I don't remember. A website, like advertise the town or something, just kinda, is that what it's for? Like a Facebook page or something?
It won't be Facebook, it'll be a dedicated.
I know it would be Facebook, but just,
Yeah. But
welcome
yeah,
town to county line.
We can you wait, Louis? Well, we'll be happy to hear you. Okay. First of all, you can advertise on the site, you can attract business, you can attract other people. If you want to attract people to the town, we all know what websites.
yeah, I thought that was for, and I was just kinda curious. I really don't know what everybody would want, do we really want the town to grow in population? Or do we want a quiet little country town as it is, so I was just wondering.
Well, if the town grows, I think what we want is we want to make sure that it grows according to the way we all want it to grow.
I
And,
mean, I just think in 50 years, I wouldn't want it like Trafford,
exactly.
I'd rather it be like this.
And I mean, there's, I was speaking to someone who wants to follow all this fair amount of property. We wanted to attract, estate
Yeah,
type, land sales, people that want to keep horses and that kind of stuff.
right. But, I mean, I like driving through and seeing the agriculture.
Absolutely. And, once you do have some growth and interest in the town, And, you know, at that point, then you're gonna need some zoning, and you're gonna need some regulations to cause the town, or to control the way the town goes, and make sure it's done, the way it should be.
Okay.
But we're a ways from that.
I just wondered if the website
The
was actually
website
for
is a start.
advertising. I just,
Well, the website is a start.
yeah, I know.
And websites are very inexpensive.
Yeah, Warrior just got one, and this, you know, I don't know if
Well,
it
you
does
have
a
to
lot
have-
or what. I don't even know.
You
Why
have to
don't
have
get many
somebody
hits?
that will maintain it. You have to have somebody who gives the webmaster information about what to change and so forth and so on.
Well, you got Mr. Flint?
That's it.
All right, anybody else?
I asked Bill today if we found out anything about the, well, this is all business, I guess, road signs.
Well, they have a letter now at the lunch. I called up there, and she said they hadn't decided yet. Well, I requested one at the corner of Denny's Ferry and Cobb Brazil Road, and we have the manufacturer, same one that does Blount County signs, we have their catalog to consider if we're gonna get one at Smith Millwright.
Do we know how much these road signs are offhand in the poles?
I don't know.
Might not get the price on them if we have to buy them ourselves. I mean, there's no sense in arguing with Blount County over it if it's just.
We just send them a letter, Brett, and we need to give them time to act on it.
Okay.
Then if they don't act on it, we'll be glad to do it. There's no problem with it.
It usually don't take
I
long.
I
always
mean,
in
the
the
thing
past.
is, they've been gone since June, you know, so, or earlier.
It doesn't take
So,
long.
In the past, Blount County took care of all this, but we want to continue this.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
When, if we ever start, then they won't ever do it.
All right, anything else? Anything else? Public comment?
I'd like to make a comment, Mayor.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'd like to correct what Brett said. Brett, they're not gonna buy signs for a town that's incorporated and has fun. And the second thing I'd like to say is the people here that are with me, if they're 9, they don't want a walking track. And I have polled at least 100 people, and they don't want a walking track. So I'd like to let the record to show that the 9 people here from County Line do not want a walking track, nor did the other ones if they were here. So I just like that to be entered into the record. Thank you.
Sue Francis, when you was in office before, that was your top priority, walking track, spread in the Blount County paper, which I still have it in my house.
Well, bring it and show it to me. But at this
I
time,
wish my
with
time showed
economic
anything.
things going on, we don't need a walking track. That's a frivolous thing. We can go to Trafford. We need to do something for our citizens. For the,
Yeah,
that
some
need
folks-
it, like a safe house, something like that.
Some folks annex their property in the traffic.
That's right.
Don't they, Mayor?
That's
Well,
right.
they do, yeah,
Well,
they do.
look, we have, we can hold 150 people in the basement of the church. I mean, that's I looked into some of those on the internet, some of the prices on them. Wow, those things were anywhere between $7,500 for small ones to $25,000, $50,000.
Can I say something, Brett?
Sure.
When I was mayor, I looked into it, and I've got the paperwork at home that they were gonna do it for free, Homeland Security. So free's a pretty good price, just like the parking lot.
So what is free?
Free, that's a good price. But we're on the lower end of socioeconomic. We can get a lot of stuff, we just have to ask for it. But what I was told is we didn't need something like that because the people would come in and tear it up. But now, you know what? That was then. But we're in hard times.
I would be concerned about the security of it. I mean, anybody can go in there and do whatever they want.
No, it was secured with keys with certain people, and it was secured. It
I
was
mean, what
government
happens
installed.
though, what happens when they're all out of town, if they're all gone, which it happens. It's rare, but it happens. I mean, same way with the church, because, you know, we're worried about the fact that, hey, there might not be nobody there to open it.
Well, what if everybody's mad and won't open?
Oh, it'll be open, if,
Okay.
I mean,
Bill, Aren't we on the list on the application for a safe house?
There'll be somebody
If
in
the grant
your very
comes
trailer
through,
park
yeah.
that'll have a key to it.
If the grant
The
comes
church.
through, he said
We
for the
certainly
other
would like,
towns,
people would like to see safe houses and the roads worked and picked up more than a walking track in a swamp.
as I was saying before Mr. Calvert interrupted me, we're on the list,
Pardon
and
me,
they
Dana.
said, that's all right, just forgive them. If they approve it for the other towns, we'll get one too, is what he told us.
Right,
Where we gonna put it? Is it go underground?
yeah. Probably right here, by the center of town, I would be
What?
And how many people does this hold?
Put it where the park's going, then will be the best place.
It has a lot of people. Even enough to be in. All right, anybody else got any comment? Anybody?
Louis, did you want to say something?
No, what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about computers. I used to know how to play solitaire, that's about it. So when you're talking about getting something for just, what was it, for safekeeping? And all this?
Have you ever had, you have a computer at home, I
Yeah,
assume.
you got.
You ever had a crash or a virus or,
Yeah.
where you've lost data, okay? All computers are susceptible to, either damage, viruses, or any number of failures. By sending the data that's on your computer off-site to a secure site that does nothing but maintain secure storage capability.
I was thinking, well,
It's like having a safe.
what have we got down here to hide that you're gonna have to send out somewhere to hide, you know? I mean, that's how much I know about computers.
No, it wasn't.
It's kinda like putting your money in the bank, man.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of
It's a
that
safe
kind of
deposit
thing.
box for data.
I'll explain to you then.
Yeah, right.
Man, I wanted to make it clear for the record, she really wasn't the only one that said anything. There's a few outside last council meeting that mentioned something about not wanting a park. And they wasn't too really excited about maybe fire department or anything, but I just don't understand how, or what should we do with money if we've got a solution to the safe house. We can open the church basement. I mean, right now I'm living in a double wide. I don't mind a bit opening the church basement if I'm home. And there's several other people who stay in County Line 90% of the time that will have keys to open up the church basement. But what do we, I just don't see buying one. Now, if we can get one for free, that's great.
That's what we're talking about.
I know. But, okay, now we've got the sum of money that we can use for a park, okay? So, what else should we do? I would just like to hear, I've been gone, I haven't been here the whole time. I would like to just hear the 9 people we got
I
and
just
just,
got saving some of that money for hard times, they're gonna get worse. Don't, just because you got it, but you don't have to blow it. Save a little bit of it.
Well, there's some bad roads. Really bad.
Coppersville, Smith Mill.
Well, I'm just riding around, I don't know the names on it yet, but in riding around, just looking around, there's some roads that are just plain dangerous.
And I don't wanna have 2 parties just disagreeing because of another issue, a former issue that's already, we gotta really progress the town in one way or another. So,
Like the roads in
I
Lincoln.
want everybody to be happy, which I think is probably
I-
gonna be
That's not
impossible.
gonna happen this time.
I used to drive there now.
I think they're wrong than you have.
I think I've figured that
I
out.
don't think the
The
area
drive here
that
down
you're
is
talking
trying to
about over
walk.
here is large
Yeah.
enough for a walking park or any other kind of park. By the time you put the pavilion out there you were talking about, you're gonna have about this much all the way around it. It's not big enough,
Any
this
other
area out
comment?
here for a walking track.
Anybody else?
No, just as I was about to say, I used to take her down the transfer to walk. It's not that far. It's already built. Why not use it? I guess you're wasting the money for it, to be honest with you.
I don't think it's a waste of money,
I
Mr.
do,
Dooley.
but it is.
That's your
Well, it's
opinion.
like,
When they got one right down the
You're
road.
entitled to your opinion.
when I think of County Line, I always thought of, all the gloom I gotta drive through, and then I top the hill and everything's bright and pretty. And, as I'm driving through, you know, this is it as far as the town, this is it. There's no fire department, there's no police department, there's no nothing. And, you know, I would think that if we can get a group together that would like to build a town park, I mean, we gotta move some step forward sometime. You know, it's been this way for as long as most of us have been alive. It's just a Butler building here with that brick in the front. So it's like one step at a time, and I think public safety is the #1 priority, no doubt. But everybody seems satisfied with Dallas Ethel. I've even talked to people about the medical services and the fire services on both ends, and everybody seems satisfied with the fire department. And, you know, it's like, what else? What else can we do to progress the town further and do something?
I have a question. Everybody's talking about just walking track and pavilion at the park. Is there gonna be anything? Has anybody, I haven't heard y'all say anything about anything for the kids.
That's what it's about.
Well, then, walking track,
There's a
but
whole
nobody's
bit there.
mentioned it.
Well,
Nobody said
I've
anything.
mentioned, I've mentioned it.
Have you?
You just may not have heard, or were here.
Okay.
And there is several kids in this neighborhood who, including my own, you know,